First of all, thank you all for being here. It really is remarkable to look around this room and to see so many of you who are here in support of the work of the World Union for Progressive Judaism. There were many that we couldn't accommodate, and hopefully next biennial we'll have a larger room and a even more robust luncheon. I want to take an opportunity to thank some people who didn't get a chance to get thanked yet. First of all, the newly established Cantors Assembly, which is a group of cantors who are working in support of the World Union. We want to thank them and their president, Susan Caro, for being here and for their support. And certainly, it has to be said that another partner of ours upon whom we always depend is the women of Reform Judaism, so we thank them for all of their support. We have learned so much from Rav Hirsch. We have learned so much. One of the most remarkable lessons he has taught us is that to be a presence, you have to have a presence. And 25 years ago, he created a presence of an international center of Reform Judaism that sits firmly on the skyline of Jerusalem. In fact, pictures that you see from tourist magazines, we will see Merkaz Shimshon and that beautiful tent made of glass. But the first building was Beit Shmuel, which was built to welcome people from all over the world to the heart of Jerusalem. For 25 years, that has been a center, a magnet for pilgrims and for people who want to learn about Israel and progressive Judaism. 25 years. 25 years means there's a lot of wear and tear on that building. And so we ask you, we invite you, we beg you to help us not just build but rebuild Beit Shmuel and make it into that shining example it was and continues to be, but even better, more modern and more accommodating to folks. So on your tables, you will see this campaign for Beit Shmuel. I ask you to take it and think about whether your family might be willing to help rebuild a room or a part of the building. Your synagogue could have its name emblazoned on the wall. Your community, your sisterhood, your brotherhood, your youth group. One way or another, it is an opportunity for you again to have your impress on a place that is the center of the Jerusalem skyline. So I hope you will talk to us in the New York office, and if there's any way that we can be helpful to you to help plan this, we really want to see not just the building of progressive institutions around Israel, but the rebuilding of the first place that was the magnet for all of our hearts. Also on your tables, I want to point out this wonderful little brochure. We talked about sending 1,000 young people to camp in the former Soviet Union. Another opportunity for you to help send children to discover their Jewish roots. Please consider that as a youth group project or a confirmation class project or a bar bat mitzvah twinning project, sending a child to receive a Jewish education in the former Soviet Union. Finally, it's always terrible to follow a group of rabbis. It's really terrible to follow my friend and colleague and now our leader, Rabbi Rick Jacobs, because there I was about to talk about something he talked about, and now I have to just kind of tear it up. But I do want to talk about Jacob, because I want to talk about dreams, and I want to concentrate on something that the World Union does most remarkably. Rabbi Jacobs pointed out, Jacob came to a place, unnamed, unspecified, which he felt was absent of God's presence. And he dreamed a dream of a ladder that linked heaven and earth. And remarkably, the angels that the text refers to are going olim the Yordim bo. They're going up and coming down. reminding us that malachim, that angels, are not heavenly beings. They're people who remind us of holiness. Jacob wakes up and says, "Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh v'anochi lo yadati." Behold, God was in this place, and I didn't even know it. But what we do day in and day out, in the work of the Reform and progressive communities around the world, the work of the World Union for Progressive Judaism, is to help communities, no matter where they are, even places where people try to eradicate us or strip us of our identity, turn that phrase into Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh v'anachnu yodenu. Behold, God is in this place, and we now know it. That is what we do in 47 countries around the world. And we in this room, for the most part, although we are joined by guests today representing many of those countries, for the most part, we in this room are Jews of North America who are the most affluent, politically influential, and secure community in the history of the Jewish people. My charge to all of you is first and foremost, help Rabbi Jacobs build this reform movement here in North America. Strengthen each and every one of your congregations and open up its doors to everybody who wants to come in. And once you have done that, if there is capacity, and there is capacity, remember that our obligation is as well, not just to build within the four walls of our own synagogue, but to make sure that wherever Jews live, they too can say, Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh v'anachnu yodenu. We know it because of your help. Thank you for being here today. Please fill out these pledge cards. Please help us build the work that we do every day.